Let go.
No. That's a tough take. That is a tough take.
And we're not going to get into it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Set Apart Podcast. I'm Derry.
I'm Drew.
And we just welcome you guys back to another episode. Today, won't you tell the people, Andrew, what are we going to get into?
So for our episode today, Derry, we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs and more specifically the NBA Finals.
Okay, NBA playoffs, NBA Finals. Honestly, I did not expect the NBA Finals to be Denver in the Heat.
Yeah, no, definitely. Someone messed up in the script writing this year.
See.
They were supposed to be the Lakers versus Celtics. Obviously, the Lakers winning. Anyways, that is what we have for today. And also, guys, before we get started, we just want to say thank you for tuning in with us today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give us some more comments so that we know what you like in the comment section so we can give you better content. But Derry, overall, what is it that you feel like is the reason why we have these two teams here today? I already got my reasons, but what is your reason why these two teams are here?
Number one, Denver is an all-around great basketball team. They've been playing together since, a long time, 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Just having the additions of Aaron Gordon and Caldwell Pope.
Caldwell Pope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adding those additions just made Denver, just a competitive team, and they want to win. I feel that they want to win, and Jokic. Sorry, y'all. I'm having
Nikola Jokic.
A bit of a day last night. But no, the Joker, he's definitely just balling. And you know what social media has been saying they replicate?
What?
Guess.
Don't tell me it's any Laker team.
It's not a Laker team.
Is it like the Pistons from 2004?
Well, the Joker and Murray replicate Duncan and Tony Parker.
That's weird because I've heard a lot of Shaq and Kobe comparisons, not in terms of their skill set, but in terms of how they're just a guard and center combo that's just dominating the playoffs right now.
Yeah, but no. They've been saying they are Timmy and Tony Parker. I
can see it. I think that Jamal Murray is a little bit more athletic than Tony Parker.
Oh yeah.
And but don't get me wrong, Tony Parker all skillful guard. I put on my story the other day about how Tony Parker had hit that game winner over LeBron when he was in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are some fun times to watch basketball.
His IQ is insane. Tony Parker's IQ as a point guard is probably one of the top IQs for his position.
Yeah, but anyways, let's get back on topic real quick.
Oh, okay.
For my reasons why I believe these two teams are here is not only because Jimmy Butler has to be probably the most loved NBA player in terms of his heart. He has so much heart. You can see kind of a little bit of Kobe in him. He doesn't have the skill set as Kobe Bryant, but he's that guy that's always going to go out there and always give you 110% each night. He does not want to be known as the greatest player in terms of a skill asset. He just wants everybody to know that, hey, I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to make sure that my team is on top because he already knows he's not the most skillful player of all time. He knows that he came from basically nothing. He did. He was adopted, I think. Yeah. Well, no. He just never knew his dad. But
I thought he was adopted.
Yeah, which is funny because people think or speculating that MJ is actually his dad.
I seen that, and I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, this is the story here, is that MJ had a kid with someone when he was playing in Chicago, right?
Right.
And Jimmy, on the other hand, right, Jimmy never knew his father, but his mom told him that, I can't tell you who your father is because it would ruin his image.
What is this, All-American? Come on.
If you do a side-by-side comparison with Jimmy Butler as a bald head, right, they look pretty.
They've been doing that on social media all freaking week. And I saw that, and I was like, you guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. But anyways, and the reason why the Nuggets are there, you already kind of touched on it. Is it fair to say that Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now?
No.
Who is it?
The best player in the NBA?
Yeah.
Dang. It's definitely between Giannis and KD.
I can't say that because Jokic showed up on KD.
I don't think he's the best. He's the best center. Like, for sure, no doubt. He's the best. I don't think the best player. No, he's not the best player. No.
The only reason why I think he is not just because of what he's doing this season, but he doesn't need to score the ball to be the best player on the court.
He has help.
No, but what I'm saying is he's the reason why the playmaking is there. He's the one passing the ball. He's the one doing the rebounding. He's the one basically doing everything on top of scoring 20 to 30 points a night.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, because literally in game 1 of the finals versus Miami, this dude scored 2 points in the first quarter, just 2 points, and it was right at the end. But he had like a bunch of assists. He had like a bunch of rebounds. Like, this dude was doing everything, and they had a pretty, like, not, a lead that would kill the Miami Heat, but a pretty significant lead.
Maybe I believe he's not the best player in the NBA because of how slow he runs.
You just saying that, but there's been plenty of slow players like Larry Bird. Have you ever heard of Larry Bird? Have you ever heard of Tim Duncan?
If I heard, yes, I know who these people are.
Tim Duncan, he was slow too, and he was all fundamentals. He was not a flashy player.
I don't think he's the best player currently. He will be. Well, he will be. I don't think currently he's the best player. No,
I think you're
but I think once he wins the title, then he has the right to earn that title.
See, I don't think he has to win the title for him to be considered the best player in the league. I think that what he's doing right now and what he's produced over the last 2 to 3 years has kind of already made his resume efficient enough to be called the best player.
I don't know, but I feel like the Heat. There's no reason on why they even made the finals. Like, they're just not gonna win, and it's all for nothing.
Yeah. Well, my friend once called me this past week and said, "Who do you think is gonna win the finals?" And I said, "Well, it can happen one of two ways. It's gonna either be a sweep or it's gonna be in 6. But regardless of either situation, the Nuggets are gonna come out on top. There's no way that they don't."
I don't know why people keep saying Nuggets in 6. It's Nuggets in 5 at the most.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're going to sweep them, to be honest with you.
I think so, too.
But on the time of this recording, they're up 1-0. So we are yet to see what's going to happen.
Oh, they play today?
Yeah.
Because today is Sunday up to this recording.
Yep.
Okay. All right. But, no, I mean, I feel like Jimmy, he's trying. He just deserves a better team. That's just what it is. He deserves a better team. And I think he's going to be one of those players that is good but never can get to that ring.
Well, that's what I've been saying for ever since people started going on the Jimmy Butler hype train. I'm like, okay, Jimmy Butler is a great player. Let's close that out right now. Jimmy Butler is a great player, but in my opinion, he's the second greatest B+ player of all time, meaning he will never be the best player on a championship team.
He's like a James Harden.
Yeah, but even then, James Harden has more skill, but Jimmy just has more heart, which, can fluctuate.
James Harden has more skill?
James Harden has more skill than Jimmy Butler. You can't deny that.
I don't know. Maybe dribbling, maybe ball handling, but that's about it.
And shooting. If you look at their stats, he's way better at shooting.
Yeah, probably because like James Harden chucks up the ball like 100 times.
But you know who else did that?
So of course the stats are going to be like, oh, you're better.
You know who else did that?
Steph Curry.
The late, great Kobe Bryant. They called it, before they started saying they just chucked up shots, right? They called it volume shooting, which means he'll, make about, 9 shots, but he shot up like 27 of them.
Yeah. I mean, Steph.
And there's nothing wrong with that as
Curry.
long as it leads to a win, right? So meaning, he could still get like, 20 points off of whatever, right? But just make sure that you get the win.
Sure. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. But anyways, so Derry, let's talk about who do you think is going to be the key matchup or the key players for each team? Like, who's the one player that could help either team get over this finals year?
Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
You're not producing the way you should be, bro. I'm sorry.
No.
Bam. And I mean, Murray's he's adding to the Joker's assists.
Yeah.
He's the reason why, honestly, like, he is like the what is it called? Like the hype man. Like they get hype when he makes a shot, when Murray makes a shot, or when he gets an and one. Like, they get really hyped. So he is a good addition to the team.
And all they need is one. He's not an addition. He's been there since he's
No, I'm saying like just a good like extra boost.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's what I mean.
I mean, I see what you're saying here. I think I got two that are different though, because I'm not going off of the your stars have to be the reason why. Like, definitely have to produce, definitely have to be good, but I'm not thinking that they are going to be doing more than what they already are doing. Okay, like, and let's be clear though, Bam went off the first game. It was Jimmy Butler who was scared to shoot the ball. Literally every single time he got the ball in the first half, he did not want it.
I didn't really watch the game because, you know what, you guys, I'm gonna be truthful to all our listeners out there, to our basketball lovers. This NBA Finals is pretty boring. I'm just gonna put it out there. We already know who's gonna win. It's pretty boring. It's not competitive. They should have just stuck to the script. And the reason why they didn't is because they knew that we all knew what they were trying to do.
I mean, let me just say, I'm going to get into a topic after this one.
Okay.
But, no, for my two players, I believe that when it comes to the Nuggets, it's going to have to come down to KCP. Okay, KCP is going to have to score at least 12 to 15 points a game if they want to have a secure sweep. Okay, because I think the Nuggets are going to win no matter what. I don't think that they have really any issues when it comes to offense or defense. It's just more so, can they get the job done? That's what it comes down to. But when it comes to the Heat, I do think that if he can come back, it's Tyler Hero. But I think, Bam and Jimmy have to produce, but if they want an extra, like, kind of push to even have a chance, I think it has to come down to Gabe Vincent. You know, he's the one who produced well for them in the Boston series. You know, undrafted, has a chip on his shoulder, but he has to produce in this series for the Heat to even have a chance, just because with his volume shooting and the way that he's able to kind of lift off the pressure from Bam and Jimmy kind of like allows them to do their own thing and have more spacing on the court.
They need like a Fred Van Vliet. Sorry.
Fred Van Fleet. She's not a basketball fan, guys. It's okay.
My brain is a little bit slower than usual.
I don't know about that. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So basically, it comes down to those two for me. I mean, honestly, someone who kind of was streaky in the first game was Michael Porter Jr. I mean, he had a decent defensive game, but I mean, I didn't really see him kind of become that star potential that people are saying he can be.
I believe he did. I believe he gave what he was supposed to give. He's a shooter. He was shooting really well. He came through with clutch threes. I think he did his job. I don't think he overproduced or underproduced. He's Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah,
like,
but
he's not like
people were saying when this guy came into the league that he has KD potential.
No, they're lying. I don't know who said that.
Everybody who saw him coming to the league.
He's an average shooting guard or small forward.
Yeah,
and that's what he was supposed to do. I think he gave the points. I don't think he dropped the ball at all.
But he's 6'10" and has the offensive capabilities of a KD. And if he gets even better on defense, then that's a two-way player right there. That's 6'10".
I believe that because of Aaron Gordon, they are going to have a better offensive rebound stats and defensive rebound. Because Aaron Gordon was the one that shut out LeBron. Right? Like, Aaron Gordon was the one that shut out.
He didn't shut him out.
He did well. As far as defensively, he did well.
I mean, there's not much you can really do there. LeBron still scored 25 to 30 points a game.
Well, we know why, because, you know. But anyway, so I think that personally, what the Heat need, they need a skillful point guard. Like, they need a point guard that's going to produce points, but then also give out really good assists.
Yeah, well, that's Gabe Vincent. He's literally the guard. I'm not saying that they need, but the guard that's going to, help him get over the hump. And actually, someone who's really been good off the bench, or at least in the Boston series, right, was Kyle Lowry. He has championship experience. He's the one that's kind of leading the charge once Jimmy Butler is off the floor. He's been hitting clutch shots left and right. I think that if you get him and Gabe Vincent on the same page, and you allow them to kind of, take control when the stars aren't, doing so good, then they'll have a better chance. But either way, Nuggets are going to probably sweep them, and that's the end of that.
Nuggets in 5, for sure.
But anyways, let's talk about what do you think is going to be the outcome from this series? Like, is the NBA going to get more exciting based off of this finals, or is it just going to be like, oh, that was just another year? Yeah, it'll be historic because, the Nuggets will win a championship, or the Heat will cement itself into kind of like that top tier franchise. You know how the Lakers have a lot of championships?
Yeah.
Boston, the Warriors, the Bulls, even though they haven't really won since Jordan, they'll cement themselves as a top tier franchise. But what do you think who do you think gets the bigger gain from this, the Nuggets or Miami?
The Nuggets, because they are championship-less. And so I think with the championships already, the Heat already have championships, and so with the Nuggets having no trophy at all, I think that gives them the upper hand there.
Well, what do you think it's going to do for their franchise moving forward? Like, do you think that people are going to want to play there, or do you think that, they're really set on their team? They're mostly just going for the system that they've built.
I think people do want to play with Joker. I think Jokic, he has a skill set that it's like old school almost. Like, he reminds me of a 90s type of center.
Yeah.
Like, and he just has a really good IQ for the game. And you pair him up with a bomb point guard that can score and dish out the ball. You pair him up with someone who could shoot. Oh my, they're gonna have a couple.
I mean, Jamal Murray might have the prettiest shot in the NBA right now. I don't know. Whenever he shoots, it's like butter.
Really? Not Steph?
Okay, well, Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. But I'm saying if you really look at the shot, I think Klay Thompson has a better looking shot than Steph Curry. But Steph Curry obviously is the better shooter.
Yeah.
It's all about the form and the way that it looks. If you're talking about the form, the way that it looks, Jamal Murray has one of the best shots in the NBA.
I don't know. We'll see. I like Jamal Murray's shot. I think that you can tell he puts in craft and he puts in the work, because sometimes his shots look like it's not going to go in and it goes straight in.
Yeah.
But
it's all about the follow through, right?
It is, and he does. He leaves his hand up.
Yeah, but you got to be able to have a good follow through, use your legs, everything. But this ain't a jump shot tutorial. This is not. This is Set Apart podcast, y'all.
But
yeah, no. Anyways, so Derry, if that's the case, if you think that the Nuggets and the Heat, no matter who wins, right? We kind of know who's gonna win, but no matter who wins, it's gonna benefit both of them. What do you think? If the Nuggets were to win, who is going to help them cement themselves as a dynasty if they want to keep winning championships? Does someone have to improve over the offseason, or does someone have to go there during free agency? Like, who do you think could help them become a dynasty?
Keep them together.
Yeah.
Any dynasty that becomes a dynasty, the team is kept solid. At least its core players are kept solid. They play together for a long time. Obviously, we know Jordan, Pimpin, and
Pimpin.
I mean, jeez, I'm off. Anyway, so we know that there's a dynasty, and we know that there's a team that stays together, plays together. You're gonna win more championships, and so keeping Jokic and Murray together, and I think Gordon is their solid player, the third solid player. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that honestly their third best player needs to be Michael Porter Jr. Like, he's younger, has more of a skill set. Yeah, he can improve defensively. I mean, but I mean, Gordon, I think, is like, he's that good hustle player. You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna do too much on offense. Like, he'll help you defensively. Like, he can do stuff on offense, but he's more of that hustle player, that energizer bunny, kind of like a what Draymond kind of gives for the Warriors.
Okay.
But he doesn't have the same skill set as Draymond. I'm just saying he has to be that extra, for
that
him.
push.
Yeah, push to kind of keep him going.
Okay.
But anyways, so okay, yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from when it comes to the dynasty. I actually have the similar views on that. So if the Heat were to lose, then where does that put them in position? Do they have to kind of reorganize who they're going to bring back? Like, who's gonna take that fall? Like, or does someone have to come to help out Jimmy and Bam?
For the Heat, I think that what needs to happen is they need to let go players that's honestly just sinking the team. Like, it's like a sinking ship. And honestly, it's like players are trying to stay on the team because I feel like Jimmy knows that. I feel like the players know that Jimmy has a drive to win a championship and they're trying to stay. But honestly, let go of Lowry. Let him go.
Lowry?
Let go.
No. That might be that's a tough take. That is a tough take.
And we're not gonna get into it.
That is a tough take.
Let go of Lowry.
You're getting rid of.
Let go of what's the other guy's name that shoots well? You just said it.
Tyler Hero.
No.
Duncan Robinson.
No.
Max Strus.
Yes. Let him go. And I'm telling you, get some other pieces to help you guys win the Heat, right? Get some other pieces and you're good. Lowry's getting old. He's not the same point guard as he was in 2019 when they won the championship. He's getting older. Let him go. Bring in another shooter, a more dominant, consistent shooter. Let Vincent become the point guard you guys need. Put more pieces around Jimmy as far as a power forward, and you're good.
I mean, I agree with that second half of your take, but getting rid of Lowry is crazy.
No, it's not.
Okay. Can we at least put this on the table here? Get rid of Udonis Haslem before you get rid of Kyle Lowry. Okay, like and make him like like a coach or something. I don't know.
Why do you still have him on the team, bro?
He's just on the team because he's a Heat for life. You know, he's that guy that's mentoring the younger guys, right. Especially in moments like this when they're in the championship. He's been to like how many now? Yeah. Like a lot.
Yeah.
But getting rid of Lowry is crazy. No, they need that. Yeah. They need that veteran experience. They need to be able to kind of, you know, share that knowledge of winning a championship. So, and he knows what it takes. I think you keep him as a backup, like they've been using him. They've been using him as a backup. And so I think that if you keep him as a backup, he's going to always produce for you off the bench, when half of these backup point guards in the NBA are pretty garbage. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we'll end on that.
All right. Well, anyways, y'all.
Let him go.
Anyways, y'all. We appreciate you for listening.
Yes,
please let me know and let Derry know on our social media, Set Apart Podcast _ on Instagram. What can we do to give you guys the content that you want? How can we produce more in a way that suits your style of watching videos? I don't know what that means, but anyways, let us know in the comments below. Also, we appreciate y'all if you're able to stay here and listen through the whole thing. Make sure you follow us on our social medias. Derry, say your handles.
Yes, Snapchat is going to be little_Derry27 and Instagram is going to be Derry_Productions.
There we go. And then for me, Instagram is DrewMartin51. Snapchat is AndrewMartin380. And then our Instagram, as I said before, is Set Apart Podcast _ And that's that.
That's that.
All right. Stay set apart. Peace.
Peace.